Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amber and I'm so excited for today's video because we're trying something new. Curlsqueen sent me some clip-ins to try and let me tell you, I was seriously impressed. If you don't know, Curlsqueen is a brand that celebrates beauty through hair, inspired by the message in Kelly Rowland's song Crown, that real crowns are made of self-love, self-care, and confidence. Curlsqueen was created to help women feel empowered and enhance their natural beauty. At the end of the day, you're already beautiful because you are a Curlsqueen inside and out. They make high quality human hair clip-ins that blend perfectly with natural textures, from soft waves to tight coils, including 3A to 4C curls. Whether your hair is yaki straight or super coarse, they've got a texture that matches you. Look at how cute this box is. From the packaging to the included accessories, I honestly loved everything. You can tell it was packed with so much care and attention to detail. It came with pretty much everything I needed to get started. Curlsqueen sent me 18 inches of their water kinky curly clip-ins in the texture 3B 3C, and let me tell you, first impressions, I was impressed. Right away, I noticed the quality of these clip-ins. I received 10 pieces and the wefts are nice and thick, which I love because you don't need to use a ton to get a full voluminous look. The stitching is super clean and tight. You can tell they really put effort into the construction, and the clips themselves feel sturdy and secure. And the best part, the texture matched my natural hair perfectly. I knew right away they were going to blend seamlessly, and of course they hooked y'all up too. Curlsqueen gave me a discount code to share, so make sure to check the description box for all the details. The first thing I'm going to do is wash the hair. Now listen, this is actually my first time ever working with clip-ins or any kind of extensions, so I was a little nervous, but I just treated the hair the way I would treat my own, and that made it feel a lot less intimidating. I started by filling up the sink with lukewarm water and letting my hair soak until it was fully saturated. I wasn't sure what to expect, but soaking it first really helped loosen everything up and made the process smoother. Then I went in with my favorite Camille Rose shampoo. I figured if I trusted on my real hair, it should be good for the clip-ins too. I applied gently, working through the strands with my fingers first. Then I used the Curlsqueen detangling brush and worked from the ends up. And to my surprise, it was really easy to detangle. There was barely any shedding and the hair still felt super soft and manageable even after washing. I honestly expected it to tangle or feel rough, but it didn't. That gave me a little confidence boost. It was also a nice surprise that the hair wasn't very dirty, which made the process even more smoother. After shampooing and detangling, I wanted to make sure I brought some moisture back into the hair, especially since I didn't know how it would respond after being washed for the first time. So I reached for my Mielle 2-minute deep conditioner. I actually really like this stuff because it's rich but not too heavy, and it always makes my natural curls feel soft and juicy, so I figured it'd be perfect for the clip-ins too. I applied it one by one, really working it through with my fingers to make sure every strand was coated. The hair absorbed the conditioner so nicely, it didn't just sit on top, which I loved. Then I went in again with the Curlsqueen detangling brush to make sure there were no knots left and to help the conditioner distribute evenly. Even during this step, the hair stayed easy to manage, the curls were still defined, and I could tell the moisture was really sinking in. I let the conditioner sit for a few minutes while I prepped my drying space, then I rinsed it out thoroughly, and y'all, the hair felt even softer than before. I was genuinely impressed. It felt moisturized, springy, and just really healthy. Since this was my first time working with clip-ins, I really wanted to take my time and do things right, so I decided to let the hair air dry overnight, or at least until it was fully dry. I didn't want to risk using heat and messing up the curl pattern, especially since the hair was freshly washed and detangled. To help the curls stay nice and defined while drying, I added a light mousse, nothing too heavy, just something to lock in a bit of moisture and hold the shape of the curls without making the hair crunchy. I gently smoothed it in, making sure not to disturb the curl pattern too much. Then I laid the clip-ins out on a flat, clean t-shirt to dry. I didn't want to use a towel because sometimes they can cause frizz or rough up the hair. Since I was trying to preserve that natural, juicy curl look, the t-shirt was the safest option. I spaced the wefts out so they had room to breathe and dry evenly, and then I just let them do their thing. Once the hair was dry, as you can see, it really expanded and the curls looked really good. The texture came to life, the hair was super soft, full, and the curl pattern stayed beautifully defined, which made me even more excited to install it. Now, when it came to actually install the clip-ins, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous. Even though I had a picture for reference on how to section and place them, I kept thinking, how am I supposed to fit all 10 pieces in without it looking bulky? I really took my time blending the pieces in for each section. I added a little bit of mousse to help merge the clip-ins with my own hair, and there were moments where I literally couldn't tell where the clip-ins ended and my real hair began. The blend was that good. Looking back at my footage, I did place the first clip a little too high, so next time I'll definitely be more mindful of that. I think doing that threw me off a bit, but honestly, for my first try, I think I did pretty well. Definitely took a little trial and error, but once everything was in and fluffed out, the clip-ins felt secure and looked mostly natural. There were a few spots where I felt like the placement could have been even better, either to hide a clip or avoid a bit of bulkiness, but overall, I think it turned out pretty well for my first time. That said, I'm definitely open to learning more. If you have any tips on how to manage clip-ins, like how often to wash them, the best way to place them, or even product recommendations, please feel free to drop your suggestions in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts and any constructive advice you might have. For each section, I used my fingers and rat tail comb to make clean sections, then gently clipped in each weft, starting with the longer ones in the back. I wanted to make sure the clips were laying flat and secure without pulling on my roots, but some sections, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get completely straight or completely neat. As I moved up, I tried to space the wefts out evenly to keep everything looking balanced and full. At one point, I noticed I placed a clip too high up. It was almost peeking through, so I had to take a few pieces out and adjust. That's when I realized how important placement is, especially when you're trying to avoid bulkiness or exposed clips, which I did have a little bulkiness. It definitely wasn't perfect. I can already see a few things I do differently next time, but I really just wanted to take my time and get a feel for it. I was learning as I went, and that's completely okay. In the end, I think my hair came out pretty good. The clip-ins blended perfectly with my natural hair. I had tons of volume, maybe even a little too much, but I'm not complaining. Overall, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Trying out these clip-ins has honestly opened me up to a whole new world of styling possibilities. Now I'm feeling excited to step out of my comfort zone and try different looks. There's just something fun about switching it up. Don't get me wrong, I still love a good old wash and go. It's my go-to for a reason, but every now and then I like to spice things up, and I think clip-ins might just be that thing for me. They add that extra touch without doing too much. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and maybe got inspired to try something new with your hair too. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell so you're notified every time I post. And like always, thank you for watching.